fine and well. Yes, students, do you hear me? Let me check box that my internet connection is stable or not. Yes, let me know in chat box for that. I have not received a single message in chat box, so let me know. Do you hear me? Yes, Abdul Sattar. Do you hear me, beta? Yes, sir. Okay. Narayan says okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, beta. Okay, Nita, beta. Okay. Literary आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है आपके पास से आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है बेटा लेट मी नो better let me know and check out that my voice is not clear or just what's happening because I want to know then I might change my internet connection as well. Yes. Is there anyone who would let me know that my voice is low, it is clear? What is it? Tell me then how I will proceed. Could be clear. Nahi. It says so so voice is not clear. It says. Okay, beta. Yes, good. Now let me change my internet connection. But I'm changing my internet connection. Wait for a while. Is my voice clear now? Change my internet connection. Now let me know. Yes, Honey says now it's clear. Okay. Now, yes, Momna beta. It's clear now. See, beta Aksa, I use earphones in every session, so this is not for the first time. बस आप मुझे बताएं कि क्या इशू हो रहा है. Yes, better now tell me that my voice is clear. Still, there is distortion and any kind of issue. Let me know. Better before. Yes, sir, clear. Yes, it's clear. Okay, okay, that's good. That means now we can start a class. Actually, I use headphone in every class, so it was not for the first time, but I don't know why the problem was happening there. So I changed my internet connection as well. So without further delay, I was saying that okay, in next week, not wait next week, but tomorrow we have a physical class, and that class is about literary criticism, and I hope you guys know that, and most of the students already know that we have a physical class of literary criticism tomorrow. So tomorrow we will have in a physical class, we will have some discussions as well, and more importantly, we will have discussions about the theory of five modes, because that theory is very much important, and I want you to study that theory in a way that healthy discussion would take place in the class as well. Then probably your voice would be more clear. मेरा इस अभी तक मेरी voice clear नहीं है? Guratulan, I have got your message. I think it should be clear now. जी. Let me share my screen as well. जब तक आप मुझे respond करें chat box में. Clear sir. Okay. Thank you for your response, बेटा. Because I'm getting confused कि कुछ कह रहे हैं कि clear है, कुछ students कह रहे हैं not clear. So it's a bit confusing. Let me share my. Okay. अब बताएं, is PPT visible to all the students in this class? Yes, PPT visible है. Okay, Abdul Sattar, you are the one who is responding. I don't know about other students. So it's breaking. Akram. Muhammad Akram, you are the one who draw lines on the PPT in previous class. जो हमारी previous class में जिसने PPT पे lines draw की थी, that was Muhammad Akram. Couldn't train because they couldn't find time. I have other stuffs to do as well. I don't know why he did that, but I thought I should give him first warning, and then in future, if you will do any kind of thing related to that, then you will face the consequences with it, and you will be responsible for your words. Okay. अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर, आप किस बारे में पूछ रहे हैं? Sir, I was out of country. That is none of my business बेटा कि आप कंट्री से बाहर थे कहाँ थे, लेकिन previous session में आपने class join की थी. And if I am not mistaken, then you had joined the class, and I have the report. So according to my own reports, you were the one who draw some lines on the PPT. So don't do this again. Okay. See, beta. Yes, Shakila, beta, I was saying that in tomorrow's class, the class of literary criticism, we will have some discussions about the theory of five codes, because that theory is very much important. And maybe in your midterm papers, I will give you that theory in the paper as well. Suppose I will give you some kind of story, and then you will have to implement the theory of five codes on that story. So I will let you know in the class as well. So tomorrow we will have a good discussion over the theory of five codes as well. And those students who had missed that class, the theory of five codes class, they had missed. So I will try my best to explain the theory of five code in a detailed way, in a way that every student can understand it and every student can comprehend it very easily and clearly. So apart from that, we will have discussions as well, and I will give you a task on the theory of five codes as well, and then I will show you the sample that how to implement the theory of five codes on a certain story, on certain text. So these all things will take place in the class, not in tomorrow's class. Some of the them will take place in class by tomorrow, but then in next week as well, inshallah. So that theory is very much important. So I wanted to let you know that in tomorrow's class, you must know those students who had attended the class of previous class related to the theory of five codes. So those students must take participate in the discussion in the tomorrow's class. So without further delay, let me start my class. Beta. So today's lecture is about Dr. Faustus. So who know something about Dr. Faustus? Yes. Is there anyone? डॉक्टर फॉस्टस के बारे में बेटा किसी को कुछ पता है? If you know anything about Dr. Faustus, let me know. Raise your hand. I will unmute you. Then you will share your ideas or whatever you want to share. You may write in the chat box as well. Okay, so I think students are not responding like I want to respond. I want to see them respond, but they are not responding. I don't know why. So I'm going to start. This is the play written by Christopher Marlowe. Dr. Faustus is the play, and it is written by Christopher Marlowe. And this play was published in 604. And this play is based on the tragic life and the death of main character, which is Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus is the main character in the play, and in the whole play, there is a tragic life, the life story of a Dr. Faustus, that how tragedy happened to that main character and how his life becomes so tragic and how he faced the death. So this play evolves around the main character Dr. Faustus and the tragedy which he faced. Apart from that, this play is written by Christopher Marlowe, and you know very well that Christopher Marlowe is the leader of University Wits. So in University Wits, yes, Beta Shikila, do you want to say something? You have raised your hands, so unmute yourself. Yes, Beta, you have to unmute yourself from your side as well.
Yes, sir. You were asking about Dr. Faustus.
Yes, Beta, go ahead.
सर तो वो एक डॉक्टर फॉस्टस के बारे में आप पूछ रहे थे, वो एक मोरालिटी प्ले है, उसके बारे में बताना चाह रही थी कि मैंने थोड़ा बहुत उसके बारे में पढ़ा है कि वो एक मोरालिटी प्ले है जिसमें एक डॉक्टर फॉस्टस जो है वो मेन कैरेक्टर होता है और वो जो है मतलब अपनी सोल बेचता है, उसको एक प्ले में जो है गुड एंजल और बैड एंजल मिलता है जो उसको मतलब अच्छा भी रास्ता दिखाते हैं, बुरा भी रास्ता दिखाते हैं। वो बहुत ज्यादा पावरफुल नॉलेजेबल पर्सन होता है, लेकिन वो जो है फिर अपनी जो है सोल को बेचने की कोशिश करता है। तो डॉक्टर फॉस्टस की स्टोरी है।
Exactly. Good. Shabash. Good try, Beta Shikila. Yes, Mona Beta, Dr. Faustus is the person who wanted more power, more knowledge, and he ends up selling his soul, and then his life becomes so tragic, and he faced the consequences of selling his soul as well. So, good brainstorming by Momna and Shikila. Good job, Beta. So see beta, this is the Christopher Marlowe, and I was saying that he's the leader of university wits. And being a student of literature, you must know about the university wits, and there are seven. Some historians say that there are seven scholars, seven dramatists in the university wits, and some say that there are eight. So whatever they are, whether they are seven or eight, but Christopher Marlowe is their leader. Okay, and he wrote this drama in 604. So this is the most famous drama of Dr. Faustus. Now, what happens to this drama? Because Sivera, last week I missed the class of classical drama, so I have recorded a lecture. उस lecture में मैंने क्या किया है कि I have explained the summary of Dr. Faustus act by act. Suppose there are 5 acts in the drama. Drama के अंदर 5 acts हैं. Then हर act के अंदर there are some scenes. Suppose act 1, scene 1, act 1, scene 2. So in that way, I have explained act by act, scene by scene, the summary of Dr. Faustus. So very soon I will upload the lecture and I will share the link with all of you. तो आप उसको उस lecture को भी सुन लीजिएगा if someone wants to listen the lecture. तो आप उसको भी सुन लीजिएगा. And then इस lecture में क्या है कि I thought I should explain the summary in a way that it should not make you bore. कि चूंकि वो इतनी डिटेल में समरी है बेटा कि when if I could have explained it in a live class then obviously most of the students would have got bored. So आप बोर हो जाते हैं. So in order to avoid boring here I'm trying to explain summary in this way. But उस तरीके से भी मैंने already उसको explain किया हुआ है. So अब it's up to you कि आप दोनों को अगर पढ़ते हैं, दोनों को आप देखते हैं तो that is more excellent. अगर किसी एक तरीके से आप समरी को पढ़ के और उसको अंडरस्टैंड करना चाह रहे हैं that is also excellent. So it's up to you बेटा. But for your own convenience मैंने दोनों किस्म की समरीज को एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है. One is in recorded lecture and today the second method is here. So see बेटा in summary what happens. There was a man known Dr. Faustus. He's a well-reputed German scholar and he's dissatisfied from all the studies which he has, from which he's gone through. The studies like theology, medicine, law, the religious studies, and the morality, such kind of studies he's gone through. So he's dissatisfied from all of them, and he has got a lot of knowledge from them. Now he wants more knowledge, and the knowledge which actually he was looking for, the knowledge was not included in these studies. And a lot apart from the knowledge, he also wanted to get power. So obviously these studies do not offer power. So that's why he was dissatisfied from these all the fields. Then he was getting bored from all the fields of the study and traditional knowledge. ये जितनी भी नॉलेज फील्ड थी स्टडीज की उन सब में से बोर हो गया. और देन he was traditional your knowledge from which was being transferred from generation to generation. ये traditional knowledge कहते हैं बेटा. Whatever you are studying in the university, that is known as the traditional knowledge. Because आपसे पहले भी कितने सारे बैचेस हैं जो कि इसी यूनिवर्सिटी में इन्हीं क्लासेस में वही नॉलेज पढ़ कर गए हैं. तो सिमिलरली जितनी भी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं दुनिया में, तो वो जो नॉलेज ट्रांसफर हो रही है दैट इज नोन एज ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज which is being transferred from one generation to another generation. So he was very dissatisfied from such kind of traditional knowledge, and he wanted to learn something entirely different. And apart from that, he wanted to get power as well. So that's why he was dissatisfied. He thought that these things have left him unsatisfied. Therefore, now he was deciding that which field. अब सीन ये जब लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू इन उर्दू एज वेल. बेटा ये सीन इस तरह से है कि एक जर्मन स्कॉलर है, वो जो फील्ड हमने मेंशन किए हैं लेट मी हाईलाइट देम. तो इन फील्ड से क्या था, वो डिससैटिस्फाइड था कि उसको वो सेटिस्फेक्शन मिल नहीं रही थी. वो जैसे आपने किक मूवी में देखा है ना बेटा, तो ही वाज नॉट गेटिंग किक फ्रॉम इट. तो वो उसको किक नहीं मिल रही थी. सो ही थॉट दैट ही मस्ट गो somewhere, he must study something else which gave him that kick, which gave him that pleasure, which gave him that power. You see, तो उसके quest में ये निकला. तो he was deciding that वो कौन सी field है जो कि इसको जिसमें इसको पढ़ना चाहिए, नॉलेज लेनी चाहिए और उसके साथ उसको पावर भी होना चाहिए। They were two of his friends, तो इसके जो दो दोस्त थे, यहाँ पर हमने लिखा हुआ है। अच्छा, मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली अपने दोस्तों से कंसल्ट करने से पहले व्हेन ही हैड दैट थॉट, वो उसके जहन में थॉट आया कि आई शुड गो फॉर ब्लैक मैजिक, मुझे ब्लैक मैजिक की तरफ जाना चाहिए एंड आई शुड लर्न इट। तो ये जब उसके पास थॉट आया, सो एट दैट पॉइंट देयर वर टू एंजल्स, लेट मी हाईलाइट देम हियर आर द टू एंजल्स अपीयर टू हिम। तो जैसे ही उसके जहन में ये थॉट आया तो उसके सामने दो एंजल्स अपीयर हो गए। वन वाज अ गुड एंजल एंड another was evil angel. So the good angel was encourages him not to go for the black magic because it is against the Christianity and it's against the religion, the religious values and norms, and it is against the morality and ethics as well. So that's why you must not go for the black magic. On other hand, there was another angel known as the evil angel, a bad angel, that was encourages him to. It's not a bad thing overall. You will get a knowledge. So it is also the field of black magic, and go for it because you have got a lot of knowledge from other fields. So now you must know about this field as well. So you must go for it. So he was having such kind of suggestions from both of the angels. Then he went to his fellow scholars. इसके fellow scholars थे Wells and Cornelius. He went to them. He asked from them that, and more importantly, these two men, ये दो है नाम मेरा बेटा, यहाँ पर मैंने कॉमा नहीं दिया है, ठीक है, यहाँ बीच में एंड भी हम दे सकते हैं। So he asked from them, and these both scholars were familiar to the black magic as well. So he went to them for the advice, and they gave him advice that you must go for black magic. So they taught him the basics of black magic. उन्होंने जो बेसिक्स थे ब्लैक मैजिक के उसको सिखा दिए। तो आई होप कि यहाँ तक बेटा आपको समझ में आई होगी। या कुछ सम ऑफ द मेन जो इवेंट्स हैं, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड देम, that the German scholars is dissatisfied then from the traditional knowledge and from the fields of study which he's gone through, then he thought he must go for the black magic. Then उस time पे दो angels आ जाते हैं, good angel and bad angel, so they encourages him accordingly. Then he went to the fellow scholars who are familiar with the black magic and they taught him the basics of black magic. तो ये दो चार स्टेप्स हैं शुरू में जो आपको आई होप के समझ में आए होंगे. So after that, when what happens now, his both friends asked him to summon a devil. अब उन्होंने उसको बेसिक तो समझा दिए थे. They taught him the basics of black magic and they also taught him how to summon a devil. कि आप एक devil को कैसे बुला सकते हो मैजिक के थ्रू. So उन्होंने they asked him to do practice. आप इसकी practice करें and then you can summon devil as well. So when he was alone in his study, when Dr. Faustus was alone in his study, he used to practice black magic and finally he summoned. उसने एक devil को बुलाने में वो कामयाब हो गया. Okay बेटा. So he begins his new career as a magician by summoning up Mephistopheles. Now it is the one of the character as well and it is the devil and it is the servant of Lucifer. जो Lucifer है ये उसका servant है and he successfully summoned it and he came in front of Dr. Faustus. When he came in front of Dr. Faustus, he was in an ugly shape. Then Dr. Faustus asked him, go back and come with a good look, with a better look. Then Mephistopheles did that. Despite Mephistopheles' warning, here Dr. Faustus asked Mephistopheles that you have to serve me because I want you to serve me and I want you to become my servant. Then Mephistopheles replied that actually I am the servant of Lucifer, so I can never serve anybody else. So my master is Lucifer. Then Dr. Faustus asked him to go to the Lucifer and ask his permission to be my servant. Mephistopheles also gave him a lot of warnings about the horrors of hell, but he did not listen, and he asked him to turn to your master Lucifer with an offer. Even Dr. Faustus ने उसको एक ऑफर भी दिया कि आप अपने मास्टर ल्यूसीफर के पास जाएं और उनको कहें कि यू विल सर्व मी, आप मेरे सर्वेंट बनोगे, और उसका जो जो ऑफर है वो ये है कि आई विल sell my soul. That means I will sell my soul to the Lucifer, and then in return you will serve me. तो वो जब उनकी जो negotiations होते हैं, so then the negotiation was the Mephistopheles will serve Dr. Faustus for the 24 years. 24 years तक Mephistopheles servant बन के रहेगा डॉक्टर फॉस्टस का. But when the contract will be expired, जब 24 years पूरे होंगे, then on that point your soul will be taken by the Lucifer and that will be dragged to the hell. उसको लेकर वो hell में चले जाएंगे. So it was the contract, it was the offer which was given by the Dr. Faustus, and then he went back. The Mephistopheles went back to the Lucifer with this offer. वो वहां पर उसके पास वापस हेल में गया ये ऑफर लेकर के डॉक्टर फॉस्टस से उसने ये ऑफर दिया है. Mephistopheles returns to Dr. Faustus with what? अब वहां से हेल से ल्यूसीफर से मुलाकात करके Mephistopheles came back. He came back to the Dr. Faustus with the word of Lucifer that yes, he's agreed to have a contract between you and him. You will sell his soul to him, and in return he has ordered me to be your servant for the 24 years. So ये उनकी offer, it is the offer which was accepted by the Lucifer. Dr. Faustus experiences some misgivings. See बेटा, अब ये जब ऑफर हुई थी तो इस पे ये था कि Lucifer asked that the contract which would be signed, that must be signed with your blood. क्योंकि वो जो blood से contract sign होता है, that can never ever be broken. Once the contract is signed, there's no go back. तो उसे आप पीछे नहीं हट सकते. So that's why the Lucifer asked Mephistopheles के ये जो contract है, that must be signed with the blood of Dr. Faustus. तो वो जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट था इन दोनों के बीच में, तो वो साइन हुआ. डॉक्टर फॉस्टस जब उसको साइन करने लगा था, व्हेन ही वाज अबाउट टू साइन दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, देन सम misgivings, or we can say that some signs from the nature, from the god appeared on the arm of the Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus का जो बाजू था उस पे कुछ words appear हो गए, एक sign appear हो. What was the word? word जो लिखा था homofuge, ये लैटिन का वर्ड है, and it means oh man fly. So this was the when he was signing the contract, this word appeared on the arm of Dr. Faustus. तो Dr. Faustus के arm पे ये word appear हुआ. Then he stopped for a while that am I going to make a biggest mistake of my life? So that means I am going to against the will of God and against the laws of nature. So he stopped for a while. यहाँ पर वो थोड़ा सा रुक गया, but Mephistopheles was there and he gave him great gifts, expensive gifts, and he destructed him, and then he signed the contract. Then उसने वो contract sign कर लिया, and then when the contract was signed, then questions, Dr. Faustus was asking questions from Mephistopheles, and Mephistopheles said that whatever question you have, you will ask, I will answer you. There's not a single question which I cannot answer. Okay बेटा. So उसने कहा कोई भी ऐसा सवाल नहीं है जिसका मैं जवाब नहीं दे सकूं. तो सारे सवाल वो पूछ रहा था. When he asked that how this universe is created, how this universe came in existence, this was the question which was asked by Dr. Faustus. तो जब ये सवाल उसने पूछा तो Mephistopheles was unable to answer. उसने कोई जवाब नहीं दिया. Then from this point, a misgiving took place in the mind and the heart of Dr. Faustus that I'm going against the will of God, so I will not be forgiven. So this is the time to repent. कि मैं repent करूं, repentance करूं और मैं माफी मांगूं. तो redemption की तरफ जाऊं तो then I will be able to save myself from the hell or from the fire of the hell and God will forgive me. ये उसके पास thoughts आए, लेकिन इसको भी यहाँ पर इस point पे भी मेफिस्टोफेल्स ने उसको distract किया. Then he moved further and he gave him the book of spells. उसने उसको एक book दे दिया जिस जो मैजिक ब्लैक मैजिक का बुक था जिसमें से आप जादू सीखते हैं. So he gave a book and he said that practice this book and in this way you will be a great magician of your time. So this is why Dr. Faustus was encouraged by the devil Lucifer and the Mephistopheles to go for it. All of his second thoughts were removed as Mephistopheles testos, which gives on him and gives him a book of spells. तो ये तो point हो गया. तो यहाँ पर बेटा आपको यहाँ तक अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आया, if you fail to understand anything, let me know. कोई चीज ऐसी जिसने आपको confuse किया हो या आपको समझ में ना आया हो तो बेटा you may ask. Yes, समझ में आ रहा है? समरी यहाँ तक समझ में आई आपको? Let me know. जिसको समझ में आई है वो भी बताए और अगर जिसको नहीं आई है तो वो भी बताए. Kuratulain Aksa says yes sir. That means Aksa you understood the some little. Got it. Mohammad Akram says okay beta Mohammad Akram. Umama Razak says yes sir. Hanif Razak says yes got it. Okay beta. Sauda says okay. Shah okay beta. Mohammad Shaban okay. Shah says got it. Okay. That means we should go further. Good beta. That is good. Because this session is also going to be expired within 8 minutes. So when the session will be expired, then you have to join in that session by using same link. Okay. Now see, beta, Dr. Faustus successfully sold his soul. The contract was signed, and the Mephistopheles came under his command, and he was staying with Dr. Faustus for the rest of 24 years. So now Dr. Faustus started his tours around the world because he had the book, he practiced it, and he got some tricks. And even though the Mephistopheles was there, so ये जो Mephistopheles था, whatever was asked by Dr. Faustus, then he used to do that. Mephistopheles के पास इतना डेविल के पास पावर था जो डॉक्टर फाउस्टस उसको जो भी कहता था जैसा भी कहता था वो वैसा हो जाता था वो वैसा कर देता था. So he had absolute power. That means Dr. Faustus now had absolute power because Mephistopheles was under his command. Can I give us a contact between Faustus and Lucifer again please? अच्छा contact का बेटा आपको समझ में आया. Ashok, you have internet connection problem. बेटा बाकी स्टूडेंट्स को तो समझ में आ रहा है because they are listening. Yes बेटा कायनात जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट था तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाज साइंड बाय डॉक्टर फॉस्टस. तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन करने से पहले व्हेन डॉक्टर फॉस्टस को जो ट्रिक सिखाई गई थी ब्लैक मैजिक के जो बेसिक्स सिखाए गए थे उसके दो दोस्तों ने जो उसको सिखाया था ही प्रैक्टिस्ड दैट बेसिक एट हिज स्टडी. उसका जो स्टडी रूम था उसमें वो प्रैक्टिस करता था. देन वन डे ही वाज सिटिंग देयर देन ही समन्ड डेविल. तो उसने जब एक डेविल को समन किया उसको बुलाया थ्रू द ब्लैक मैजिक देन इट वाज मेफिस्टोफेल्स. वो एक लकली उसने मेफिस्टोफेल्स को बुला लिया. सो ही आस्क्ड दैट डेविल टू बिकम हिज सर्वेंट. उसने कहा कि आप मेरे सर्वेंट बन जाओ मैंने आपको बुलाया है. आई हैव पावर ऑफ ब्लैक मैजिक सो नाउ यू हैव टू सर्व मी फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ. तो मेफिस्टोफेल्स ने कहा कि आई कैन नॉट सर्व एनीवन बिकॉज आई एम द सर्वेंट ऑफ ल्यूसीफर. मैं ल्यूसीफर का सर्वेंट हूँ सो आई कैन नॉट सर्व एनीवन एक्सेप्ट ल्यूसीफर. सो डॉक्टर फॉस्टस आस्क्ड मेफिस्टोफेल्स. उस डेविल को डॉक्टर फॉस्टस ने कहा गो बैक टू योर मास्टर इन द हेल. हेल में वापस जाओ अपने मास्टर के पास मेरी ऑफर लेके जाओ. उनको बोलो कि आई विल सेल माई सोल टू यू. मैं अपनी सेल है वो आपको सेल करूंगा एंड इन रिटर्न I need absolute power for 24 years and in return you will be my servant for 24 years. तो ये ऑफर लेके डेविल अपने मास्टर ल्यूसीफर के पास गया. He told Lucifer and Lucifer agreed. वो उस बात पे एग्री हुआ and then अपने डेविल को उसने अपने सर्वेंट को ल्यूसीफर ने वापस भेजा डॉक्टर फॉस्टस के पास. उसने कहा कि उसको बोलो कि आई एम अग्रीड बट द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मस्ट बी साइन विद द ब्लड ऑफ डॉक्टर फास्टस। वो जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है जो दोनों पार्टीज के बीच में साइन होने जा रहा है दैट मस्ट बी साइन विद द ब्लड ऑफ डॉक्टर फास्टस। बिकॉज बेटा इसका रीजन ये है कि if the contract is not signed with the blood, then Dr. Faustus have a way back to if at any point he gets redemption or started to repent, then other repentance take place over there or redemption take place over there, then he has the chance to go back कि उस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से वो विथड्रॉ कर सकता था अगर वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ब्लड से साइन नहीं किया हुआ। बट इंटेलिजेंटली ल्यूसीफर आस्क्ड मेफिस्टोफेल्स के आप वो जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन कराओगे तो ये शर्त है कि डॉक्टर फॉस्टस अपने उस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को अपने ब्लड के साथ साइन करेगा। सो व्हेन डॉक्टर फॉस्टस वाज अबाउट टू साइन दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, वो जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन करने वाला था, तो देन होमोफ्यूज, द वर्ड होमोफ्यूज अपीयर्ड ऑन द आर्म ऑफ डॉक्टर फॉस्टस। डॉक्टर फॉस्टस के बाजू पे वो लैटिन का वर्ड होमोफ्यूज अपीयर हुआ जिसका मायने है ओमेन फ्लाई। तो यहाँ से एक्चुअली उसको एक साइन दिया गया according to the religious study, it was a sign from the law of nature that you are going to make a mistake. So यहाँ पे when he saw the sign that now I am going to make a biggest mistake of my life and I'm going against the will of God and against the laws of nature, so that's why he stopped. वो वहां पर रुक गया, उसको एक झटका लगा कि ये क्या हो रहा है, सच्ची में मैं कोई बड़ी गलती तो नहीं करने जा रहा। So but when he stopped, then Mephistopheles tried his best to distract Dr. Faustus. उसको उसने डिस्ट्रैक्ट किया, उसको गिफ्ट्स दिए और उसको और पावर के बड़े बड़े ख्वाब दिखाए एंड उसको कहा कि आप ऐसा भी कर सकते हो वैसा भी कर सकते हो, पूरी दुनिया आपकी मुट्ठी में आ जाएगी। इन दैट वे ही encourages him to sign the contract and he distracted him from those signs। वो जो उसको साइंस मिल रहे थे उनसे इसने उसको डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया। So then he signed that contract। तो डॉक्टर फॉस्टस ने वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेटा साइन कर लिया। When the contract was signed, then that means everything was done there। So this was the contract, Anna Bibi. I hope you got it now। So see beta, the contract was signed and then he was given the book as well, the book of spell, and then he was practicing that। When he was done with his practice from the book of a spell, then Dr. Faustus start his tours around the world। Now he wanted to be recognized in all around the world, and because he has the absolute power, he with the help of Mephistopheles, he can fly from one place to another, can invisible himself, can hide himself, not we cannot say hide तो हम तो उसे कहते हैं जो कि intentionally किसी चीज के पीछे छुप जाए, but invisible मतलब जो गायब हो जाना। तो he has the power to be invisible। So Mephistopheles was there, and with the help of Mephistopheles he can go to in anywhere at any corner of the world at any time। So now he started his tours around the world। He goes to the Pope's court in Rome। Firstly, he went to the court in Rome, and there was the Pope। Pope was there, so he went there in his court and makes himself invisible। ये जो Mephistopheles and Dr. Faustus, they both were invisible over there and plays a series of tricks over there। They played tricks on Pope and on the people who were in the court as well। So it was his first tour। So let me continue it, but this session is going to be expired within 25 seconds। So join another section, then I will start। Okay बेटा, दूसरे सेशन को ज्वाइन करें, ये खत्म हो